And KROX is live here from KROX Radio Stadium as the Crookston Pirates are ready to try and get back-to-back wins for the first time in a long time as they take on the Falcons of Fertile-Beltrami, and a pretty cool matchup here between these two teams. Fertile-Beltrami 6-2 on the year. They just went through that Walker-Hackensack-Akeley tournament were runners-up. They lost to Sacred Heart, who was the only 5-set match that they played on Tuesday, lost to them as well. So lots of different losses that they ended up going through when it came to Sacred Heart. That's been their nemesis, but Crookston's not really been their nemesis in recent years. The Pirates, though, they got their first win of the year, and their first win in 38 matches to beat Norman County ECU and hit it all in 5 sets. Came back down 2-1 and down 8-3 in the 4th set to storm back and win that match, which was pretty incredible. So great work by them, looking to continue that positive momentum throughout the course of this match. On our Riverview Health pregame show here for both head coaches, you'll hear from Coach Carrie Sley of Fertile-Beltrami, one of my favorites to talk to, and Coach Katie Morgan of Crookston. We'll take a look at the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update, the Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups, all coming up in a little bit. But first, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons, Coach Carrie Sley, and that'll be coming up right after this.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Show Fertile-Beltrami head coach Carrie Sley is with us. And Coach, nice to see you again. Always see you for either volleyball or softball, so can't seem to get rid of me, I don't think. But back in the volleyball scene, taking on the Pirates today. Had one 5-set match, well, one that could be played to 5 on Tuesday, and then nothing until the tournament in Walker we got all the way to the finals of on Saturday. How did you feel about your team's overall performance throughout the week last week?
You know, Tuesday night didn't fare so well for us against Sacred Heart, so everything was kind of off. And we started off and we stayed off. And then we had good practices Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Girls really worked hard. They came back with a lot of energy and effort and dedication and really ready to move on. They said we gotta move forward and we gotta just play hard and play tough and be ready for any opponent. And on Saturday we did really good. we talked about just going out there and kind of controlling the things that we can control. And so we started out with Cass Lake. We started out with a win. Girls were a little tuckered out yet from, it was a late night football game. So, and then, 2-hour bus ride. And so that was good to kind of get that out of their way a little bit. And then they came back against, we had Walker, Hackensack, and Southridge and Monaga, and their hustle and their passing was on, their setting was on, their hitting was on, their blocking was on, and it was just great overall team chemistry throughout the whole day. And then we ended up going to the championship round against Sacred Heart. And against Sacred Heart, we started out well. We passed much better than what we did when we played them at home. But, they have some great hitters and great defense. And we just, by that time in the day, you could tell they kind of started to hit their wall and started to come down. So they played well and they played aggressive and they never gave up. We did come up short, but, taking second, it was a great day for us.
Oh, definitely. So now we got to take that momentum and trying to move it into this week. You're taking on a Pirate team that got their first win of the year in a match against Norman County East on Thursday. In fact, their first win in a long time. So is it a little bit difficult to face a team that just snapped a big schneid like that? Because now they've gotten some reinvigoration saying, hey, we can actually do this thing.
Yeah, I think the girls are pretty ready. We haven't seen Crookston yet this year other than in a scrimmage at East Grand Forks, and that was back in August. But, the girls, they got those wins under their belt on Saturday, and they're really hungry for those opportunities to keep those wins rolling and to keep that dedication and that teamwork rolling. So we look forward to playing Crookston tonight and being able to play hard and play aggressive and come away with another win.
In terms of being able to come away with that other win, what are some things you really need to do well? I know you've mentioned passing a fair bit. That seems to be one of the top ones. What else have you got?
Yeah, we've kind of really focused on passing because without that, our offense can't really get going. So another thing we have to do is we just really need to set that ball up and we need to execute. And so when we have our offense going and when we put the ball up to our hitters, we've got a lot of variety of hitters. We've got a lot of options, a lot of weapons. And then our front row play, our blocking did a really nice job on Saturday. So if we can get that timing down on that block and be able to set our defense around that block, then things should be good for us.
Any other keys to the game that we haven't mentioned?
Another thing too is sometimes gyms that are a little bit bigger and deeper court, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to adjust for serving. So hopefully our girls are going to adjust for that while they warm up and be ready to go.
And then lastly, what will be the message to the girls for the headed onto the court?
Play hard, have fun, and do the little things that we can control and play together as a team.
This should be a lot of fun, Coach. Appreciate your time. We'll talk postgame.
Awesome. Thanks for broadcasting.
And that was the head coach of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons, Coach Carrie Sley, here with us on the Riverview Health pregame show. We will take a break, and we come back. We'll hear from the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Katie Morgan, coming up right after this.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits, on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictinecrookston.org.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
trap shooting,
hockey, basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir, visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
And here we go on the River Health pregame show with Crookston Pirate head coach Katie Morgan here with us. Now, tell you what, Coach, we're all coming off of a win on Thursday. Snapped a really long losing streak that we can just throw away and forget about because it's over and done with now. And now that you've gone through a few more days of practice before coming up to this one, does practicing or just working with the team, now that you have a win on the season, feel any different than it was before?
Yeah, I think like the overlook on the whole season changes. I think it was a big hurdle for, everybody to go overcome. But like you said, it's behind us. It's a check mark. We're done with that. Let's move forward. We now have the confidence. We know how to win, and we can build off of that.
And that's a big thing I wanted to mention, confidence. It's hard to tell somebody over and over again that you can do it until they've done it. But now that they've done it, is there a lot more belief now within that team?
Yeah, for sure. I think looking back, they always they had some of them saying if we played like this against this team, we would have won, whatever. But now we have that. We did play like that. We did win. So we have to have that mentality of we can compete against the best teams and we can pull out a win as well.
So let's talk about what we're doing today as we're taking on the Falcons of Fertile-Beltrami. They're coming into town. They just played a long tournament on Saturday. So what you're going to be doing this Saturday, they did a week ago. What do you kind of know about them, expect to see out of them? It was a one-sided affair when you met last year out in Fertile. So what kinds of other things do you expect to see out of them?
Yeah, I think we're going to kind of see similar that we've seen in previous years. We're going to see a lot of scrappy defense. I think we're going to see a lot of aggressive front row play. But what I'm excited to see for our girls is just building off of Thursday. We played really great defense in the set 5. So if we can just do that, keep rolling with that, I would love to see a lot more offensive. A couple other girls step up and see some more offensive plays out of a few different players. But yeah, I think it'll be, if we come out to play like we know we can, it'll be a really good match.
Of course, it goes to show with a lot of other sports, but I think it does in volleyball. Defense generates offense, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. We always say, the girls, and it sounds ridiculous, but you can't do anything if you can't pass the ball. So if you can't do serve receive, you can't play defense, we're not going to go anywhere. So, we showed last week that we can. We just have to do it.
And I was going to mention, of course, as well, when you're leading the keys of the game, that defense at the end of set 4, the start of set 5, was the best I've seen all year. Arguably better than it had looked last year. That little stretch of defense was phenomenal. That's a really high level. And so, what kinds of things do you think it takes for these girls to get back up to that again?
Yeah, I think now that we've done it, I think they know. I think a lot of with volleyball is once you do it, you achieve it, you have that confidence. You're not hesitating. You're not waiting for anything. I just hope that we've gotten to that point and we don't go backwards. But now that we've seen that these girls can play defense so well, I hope that's a fire. We're starting, we have the kindling of that, so we start building on a fire of let's get our defense down, and then we can roll into some really good offense.
What are some other keys to the game that you think you really need to do well?
I think we just got to really keep our really high energy. It's a close school, so we're gonna have a lot of opposing fans. I think if we have, keep our energy really, really high, keep the momentum on our side, even if we let them have a couple 1, 2, 3 points. Let's keep that momentum and keep playing on that high level. That'll be a key.
So on that turn, then, what is the message to the girls in that final huddle before they go out onto the floor for set 1?
Yeah, we can. Just down simple, we can. We know that we've done it before. Just keep that in the back of your mind.
Coach, this would be a lot of fun. I appreciate your time as always. Talk postgame.
Thanks, Gabe.
And that was the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Katie Morgan, here with us on the Riverview Health pregame show. We'll take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Back here at Crookston High School, let's take a look at Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups. They have what you need, and they'll make sure your battery will start the first time every time. So buy a Legend battery from Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. They handle all your Legend battery needs for your cars, trucks, recreational vehicles, snowmobiles, ATVs, and more. First for the Falcons of Fertile-Beltrami. They have had a bit of a snafu with their jerseys. So they had blue jerseys with red numbers. According to the Minnesota State High School League color guide, both red and blue are considered dark, so they're using their white C Squad jerseys for varsity until they get new varsity jerseys, which is a weird thing to go through. They'll be starting senior Torrin Gorder, as well as senior Reese Bruggeman, junior Bailey Iverson, going to be a big-time setter for them, senior Tessa Updahl, junior Maya Erickson, and senior Madison Stunis. You're also going to see a fair bit of Miley Flathammer, the junior coming off the bench, and the libero will be sophomore Jordan Rash. For the Pirates, same lineup as it has been. Ella Anderson, the sophomore, will be the libero. Sophomores in the back row, Alana Peterson, and then Rylan Auble, the primary setter. Juniors, Allison Wagner, making on the outside with freshman Brenna Kopecky. And down the middle, you'll see a rotation of Abby Bruley and Jade Udemark. You'll also see a fair bit of junior Maddie Abrams rotating in. As mentioned, Fertile-Beltrami, they're in their C-Squad white jerseys with blue numbers and red trim and red and blue alternating stripes along the sleeves. Crookston in their home blues, blue radiant golds sleeves, white numbers, and gold Pirates on the white and gold Pirates on the front. The white numbers have gold trim. As we're just about ready to get the national anthem going, first thing we did want to mention as well, of course, it's homecoming week for the Pirates. So the first of 2 volleyball matches being played at home this week. The next one will be on Thursday against Red Lake County Central. But did want to mention that the Crookston High School Pep Band, they're going to be doing the national anthem for us today as well. But also some kids joining the court for Crookston. Homecoming's got a lot of festivities happening, so pretty big deal. We'll be talking to you about just how crazy the parking lot of Crookston High School is as well, with all the events going on throughout the course of the day. But we will take a break, and when we come back, we will have our opening serve.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Looking for some family fun? Come to Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Sizzling hot, made-to-order pizza with all your favorite toppings. Cool off with our delicious hand-scooped ice cream. So many flavors and so much fun. And don't forget our game room, packed with excitement for kids of all ages. Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, Crookston, Minnesota. Call us or stop by today.
As we welcome you back here to Crookston High School, and we'll be getting ready to get rolling here between Crookston and Fertile-Beltrami. You can tune into this one on KROX Radio or KROX TV. We have it covered on either side for both of those. First thing we wanted to mention, of course, as we were reading off the starting lineups down on the court side, we wanted to tell you just all the crazy things that are happening. So, of course, it's homecoming week, as we had mentioned previously. And if you're looking to come out to this game, I'm just telling you right now, good luck finding a parking spot. It's almost impossible. Well, why? Well, over at Crookston KROX Radio Stadium, they had a couple of junior high soccer games, and there's a current youth soccer clinic happening right now. There's a ton of kids out there, and so there's that was happening. And then over in the auditorium, it's the first concert for the Crookston Civic Music League, as the Secret Agents are playing in the Crookston High School auditorium. First in the fall season, the rest come in late winter, early spring, and they're going to be a big hit. Lots of 60s music, and that's brought out the crowds for sure. It's a packed auditorium, so if you do come out to this game, plan to walk a little bit once you make your way out there, to say the least. A couple volleyball games we'll keep an eye on for you. Winamax and Warren Alvarado-Waslow. East Grand Forks is at Thief River Falls. Those are the only two relative area ones that we can tell you about. Also, we can tell you about the Minnesota Twins. I would love for them to play spoiler to the New York Yankees, one of my least favorite teams in baseball. I'm sure one of the Twins' least favorite teams in baseball, the way they've kind of had their number for a while. Well, there's no score at the moment in the bottom of the third, which is a good sign, and I hope they can take at least one from New York. I know they probably won't miss the playoffs, but man, it'd be funny. It'd be really funny if they did. And if you're following the NFL at all, the Buccaneers are beating the Texans 14-10 at the half. Lineups have been read, and we're just about ready to get this game underway. If you're on KROX TV, Crookston is on the right side of your screen, moving right to left. Fertile-Beltrami is on the left side, moving left to right. You can track that on your radio dial as well if you are listening in. We appreciate everybody who tunes into these games and joins us here. We'll be on the road in Climax, either Climax or Fisher. Not sure where they're playing it yet, but Climax Fisher Knights will have them on the air tomorrow night as they host Lake Park Audubon. So be sure to tune in for that before the Pirates again play on Thursday against Red Lake County Central. First serve will go the way of the Falcons. It will be in the hands of Maya Erickson, the junior. Standing all the way in the back corner, we are underway with a teardrop serve dug out by Anderson. That's going to go wide. to the left at an opening point for the Falcons on a serve-receive error. 6-2 are Fertile-Beltrami. Played a big tournament. Got second place in that one. Erickson ready to fire away. Another nice serve, receive way up into the air. Abrams on the back row. Wagner has to dump it. Does a good job with that. Gonna push it up ahead and firing and delivering a kill. That time goes Bailey Iverson. The junior delivers one. And quick 2-0 start for the Falcons. They've got some pretty powerful hitters, but are dedicated to passing and serving as Anderson receives that serve up to Uttermark, and that flies long. And a quick 3-0 start for Fertile-Beltrami. You wonder, you're coming off your first win in a long time, what just the mindset is. You know you can do it, but also how much energy did you expend mentally when you're on the court as Anderson's serve receive goes over the net, and Stunis is able to tap that one down. Quickly, 4-0. And Coach Morgan is known to have a bit of a quick trigger when it comes to timeouts, and so we'll see if they give up one or two more, if that happens again. Service on the way through the hands of Abrams. Anderson's there to track it down. Can someone get it over? They can't, but it goes out of bounds. And it's 5-0. A fantastic start for the Falcons. Can't really ask for a whole lot better than that. On the way, serve receive goes over the net. And lining up, but sending it into the net. That time off the hands of Tessa Updahl, and that'll be the first point for the Pirates. Abrams lets it go, but wider to the right. And Peterson will now check in for Abrams. Bit of a cold start. But that serve does go long. Off the hand of Bailey Iverson, and now Ella Anderson will serve. Bruley will come in for Uttermark. Lots of students here in the Western theme, redneck theme. I don't know if that's a term you can use, but it's something like that. Fertile-Beltrami lining up, but missing just a little bit long on that attempt by Flathammer. And it's 6-3. Anderson fires away. Played up and firing a massive strike. What a job there by Updahl. And in case you didn't figure out, oh yeah, she can hit the ball. There is no question about that. Stunis will now be ready to serve. Lets it go, and a beautiful ace. No one was even close. Serve that in a perfect spot. 8-3 Falcons. Good work by Stunis. One of the more powerful hitters. Good outside net presence. Anderson goes down to receive that serve. It goes over the net and is tapped right back down. Quickly off the hands of Updahl. 9-3 Falcons in front. Looking sharp to get this one underway. On the way, that just floated. Auble runs it down, lines up Kopecky, and gets it to go. On a ball that looked like it had the potential of going out of bounds, they keep it inbounds and get the point as the result. Here's Wagner. Rips a serve, ripped it too far. And the service errors are one of the things they've been trying to fix to start the year. Just trying to keep it in the court. The libero for the Falcons. Jordan Rash dug out by Peterson, lining up Bruley, rejected in the middle, Maya Erickson. 11-4 Falcons. On the way, low bullet. Peterson pops it up in the air. Anderson has to run down and get it. Free ball. Peterson calls it off. Cross court. Stunis has got it. And lining up Erickson. Wagner digs that one out. Got to get it over. Obel does. And maybe ran into the net as a result. Now they're going to call a double on that, so it's now 12-4. Obel used 2 hands to dump it on 3. Sometimes he's probably best to use 1 in that case. Service on the way is long, and both teams are having a little bit of trouble keeping the ball in the net, in the court on serves, as Torrin Gorder will check back in, Flathammer will exit, and Abrams will come back in for Peterson. Brenna Kopecky will serve at 12-5 Falcons. On the way, dug out by Stunis. Bit of a mistake on that set. Erickson finds the back corner. What a beautiful touch. That time by Maya Erickson. Everybody saw the messed up set, and so they crashed the far side corner, but left it wide open, and Erickson with great vision found that spot. Service on the way. Kopecky receives it, called off by Anderson. Lining up, Abrams dumps it in 2 into a hexagon of Falcons. It's brought down, firing from the edge. Wagner digs it out, but it's going to land in the bench. Nearly takes Coach Morgan out. Had to duck out of the way on that powerful attempt by Bailey Iverson. And it's 14-5 in favor of the Falcons. On the way, service is in for an ace. An ace off the hands of Torrin Gorder, and that'll cause a Katie Morgan timeout. We will take a break. When we come back, we will have the rest of this first set. Crookston trying to get off their feet here. Back in 30 seconds here on KROX.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
trap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling.
So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir, visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
Welcome back here to KROX Radio Stadium. (15-5) Fertile-Beltrami in front in set 1. Glad everybody has tuned in with me. Service on the way from the recent ace striker, and then that one goes long on that attempt from Torrin Gorder. Aldermark will check back in for Anderson. So the taller lineup with Kopecky, Wagner, Bruley, Aldermark, and Abrams all out there. Obel, the shortest one, and she's not really short. Served by Bruley, dug out by Stunis. Looking to set up, and a tap. Diving is Wagner to keep that alive. Obel doesn't hit the net. Free ball does get over. Great effort on that attempt by Iverson. And finding another great spot is Maya Erickson. And she's been tough to stop at the net so far. We're at 16-6. Service will be coming from Reese Bruggeman. On the way, Kopecky digs it out. Obel, Uttermark. That's dug out beautifully. Up to Stunis, played by Kopecky. And a mistake on that set there by Obel, and Uttermark couldn't quite get it over the net. And it's 17-6. Falcons. I might say Falcons by accident. Part of that's just I don't quite have the accent for it. Serve dug out by Anderson. Obel tracks it down. Pushed by Kopecky back to Stunis. Setting up. Stunis again. It's good. So spent some time on the back row to get this one started, and now it's just letting her fire away. Bruggeman ready, lets it go. That's a laser too far and out of bounds. You can kind of tell just based on direct height and other factors like that whether or not a ball is going to go a little long. Obel will now serve. Take something off of that. Dug out by Rash. Up to Erickson. And that's rejected there by Uttermark. Kept alive. Back row Stunis. And played by Kopecky. That's going over the net. And Stunis. Oh, Kopecky digs it out again. Straight to the forehead of the chair umpire. Out of bounds. And it'll be a point for the Falcons. It's 19-7. Thankfully for that chair umpire, his forehead's a relatively small target. On the way, Erickson, laser, dug out by Anderson. Bruggeman has to keep it alive. Playing it up, Iverson tipped by Uttermark, and it falls. 20-8. 7, excuse me. I can't count. All Falcons here in set 1. On the way, Abrams has trouble with the serve receive, goes out of bounds. 21-7. That's kind of what the Viking score felt like last night, except there was only 1 touchdown. 7 combined field goals. Service on the way. Abrams plays that one much better. Auble up to Uttermark. Dug out by the Falcons. Up to Stunis again. Oh, what a dig by Kopecky. But it goes over the net, and Anderson got a hand on it, but couldn't save that one from Updahl. (22-7). Falcons rolling right now. On the way into the net. On that serve by Erickson. And that's now half of the Pirates' points have been off of service errors by the Falcons. As Peterson will come back in for Abrams. As mentioned by Coach Morgan, there are a lot of Falcon fans that made the short trip up here. If schools that are close by, you're going to see that. Service by Peterson, played by Bruggeman. Iverson, Updahl, and got it to go. Back-to-back kills for her. Flathammer will now check back in. Gorder will exit. And Iverson will take this serve. Falcons 2 points away from a first serve victory. Steps into one. Oh, going down to get it is Anderson. Auble keeps it alive. Uttermark kept up in the air, but that's going to be a kill for Jade Uttermark. Player of the game against Norman County Eastfield and Hitterdall. 15 kills in that one. And that win in 5, and she'll now come out for Bruley. It's exceptional work. She did a great job as Anderson serve, played by Bruggeman, cutting off Rash. Iverson winding up Flathammer, tipped at the net, and then Auble couldn't keep it alive. And it'll be set point. Stunis will be the one to serve. Lets it go. Played by Anderson. It's going over the net and set back down, but running into the net. That time went Flathammer, and the point will go the way of the Pirates. They'll break double figures in this one. It's 24-10, and Allie Wagner will be the one to serve. On the way, teardrop played by Bruggeman. Iverson lining up, but Updahl sends it into the net. Another point for the Pirates. The shouting Pirate student section. Firing is Wagner, played by Rash. Iverson, Flathammer! What a dig by Peterson, but Wagner couldn't get there. And that will be the first set done and dusted in favor of the Falcons in controllable fashion. 25-11. They take this first set. We'll take a break. We'll be back with set number 2. I'll be coming up right after this.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota. Ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Well, as we welcome you back here to KROX, to the Crookston High School game. This isn't KROX Radio Stadium. That's just a little ways down the other way. It's currently a 25-11 first set win for the Falcons, and Auble has just served to start set 2, played by Rash, lining up Iverson, and got it on the line, and initially the flag was raised up, and then you're like, nope, that's the wrong one. I got to point it back down. So it'll be a kill for Iverson to get things started for the Falcons, trying to go up 2-0. Glad all of you are tuning in with me here on both KROX Radio and KROX TV. It is warm in here. That serve does go long. Tied up at 1. You've seen both benches start to break out the cold towels and all the other tools, especially when it's with as many fans as there are in here. It can get pretty hot. It is a little toasty. Lana Peterson ready to serve here, and that one was played out of bounds. Standing out of bounds to play that one was Gorin, but they're going to get the point anyway. She jumped in disbelief, like, I was standing out of bounds. Can't believe that I played that. Coach Soley's laughing down there. It's like, and now she'll come off, and everybody's smiling and saying, like, you shouldn't have played that, but you got the point anyway. 2-1 Falcons on the way, played by Kopecky. Auble lining up Uttermark into the net. That was actually deflected by Stunis, but then nobody ran it down, and Uttermark's jaw drops in a bit of disbelief. And the Pirates are freezing a little bit on the court at the moment. We're going to pick it up a tad. Here's Iverson to fire away. That serve goes wide right. The Pirates have scored 13 points in this match so far. 6 of them have come off of service errors by the Falcons. As Leah Parkin will check in for the first time. She came in halfway through set 5 to try and provide some dig help. And that's exactly what she did to help them beat Norman County, Eastfield, and Hitterdal. Didn't play at all in the match prior, and now the officials are going to have a conversation here. There's no libero in right now, and they're for the Pirates. They're keeping an eye on, they're looking strictly at the Pirates sideline, so I don't know if we have a bit of a substitution mistake or if the officials see something a little different. I don't know if they're going to pull Coach Morgan to talk to her, but the answer is no. I think they've got it cleared up. Yeah, it's cleared up. All right, let's play. Leah Parkin will serve. Iverson lining up. Updahl, what a dig by Peterson. And Peterson fires the free ball, played by Stunis. Lining up, Stunis again, taps it, and Auble can't quite run it down. (4-2), and Stunis will now serve. Up, Auble, up to Kopecky, tipped at the net. Bruggeman gets a hand on it. Oh, what a dump to the back corner! And that was great perception that time off the hands of Bailey Iverson. 5-2 Falcons. Stunis will serve once again. Lines it up and fires. Played by Parkin. Up to Wagner, tipped at the net, but just whacked back over to Peterson, who cuts off Parkin. All ball, Bruley, played by Stunis. Up to Updahl. Oh, another great dig by Peterson. Oh, she's showing off back there tonight. Gets that over the back row. Lining up again and dug out by Parkin. That was a fantastic one on that attempt by Bruggeman. Another free ball by Peterson. Keeps it low. Can they do it again? No, they can't. Delivered by Flathammer. That does show some of that defense that was played by the Pirates to win that Norman County East match. On the way, bit of miscommunication with the serve receive, goes back over the net, up to Updahl. My gosh, what are you supposed to do about that? Just straight down like a 12-6 curve. And the Falcons have 5 kills out of their first 7 points in this second set. They're up 7-2. Stunis delivers to Parkin. Serve receive goes over the net. Stunis runs it down. Iverson lining up. Bruggeman pushes it over. Obel's there. Someone's got to get there. Bruley does. And whacked over by Peterson. Diving is rash to keep that one alive. Lining back up. Bruggeman again. Dug out by Parkin. Up to Kopecky. And played by Rash. Iverson, cross court. Flathammer sent back by Bruley. Flathammer keeps it alive. Up to Updahl into the net. Great point by the Pirates. This has got to be their identity they got to stick to. If they keep playing that scrappy defense and force those opponents to really start to make mistakes, get these longer rallies, that could really work for this squad. Up to Bruggeman, and down is Parkin to get there, but it goes off the chair umpire again. He's a big target over there tonight. And it's 8-3 for the second consecutive set. And the libero Rash will serve. Lining up, Parkin plays it. Peterson, Wagner free ball to Rash. Iverson, Erickson dumps it onto the line. It's a nice pinpoint spot there by Erickson, 9-3. Rash to serve, run once again. Off the hands of Peterson. Someone's got to get there. Obel can't quite. And another hot start for the Falcons here. It's a 10-3 second set advantage. If the Pirates want to make some money at these games, they should sell some of those fans, those paper fans, maybe with the Pirate emblem on them or something. Everybody would buy them for these games. Kopecky sends that one into the net. I know I'd have 2. Oh, man. I'm in what I consider to be a pretty light shirt. It's just not open right now. 11-3 our score. Rash fires away. Dug out by Parkin. Obel dumps it. Rejected. Obel keeps it alive. Right back to Bruggeman. Dug out by Wagner. Heads up into the student section. Rashlyn Bailey makes a nice catch out there. But it's now 12-3, and Coach Morgan will call another timeout. Falcons, there's no answer for them right now as they hold a 12-3 advantage in set 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on KROX.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
Back here at Crookston High School. It is a 12-3 lead for the Falcons in set 2. Service on the way from Rash is played by Parkin, who's doing a lot here. Up to Peterson, but hitting that one into the net. They've been doing that a little bit more often, letting Peterson kind of fire away from the back line. She's been good when she's done that in limited attempts, but that one didn't work out the way they wanted it to. Service on the way, Peterson digs that out. Obel runs it down. Free ball from Kopecky to the back corner, played by Rash. Iverson, Erickson, and down for a point. A Falcon way. And now Keaton Kleiner will check in for the first time. Wagner will exit So you've got serve, receive specialists on the back row, and Peterson, Kleiner, and Parkin, who takes that one. Auble up to Bruley, and gets it to go. Good work by Abby Bruley. Abrams will now check in for Peterson. And now the coaches have brought Morgan Bowl over, so they might think about bringing her in. That serve received by Stunis went over the net and was sent back down by Bruley again. They'll give her back-to-back. Point Pirates on the way. Kopecky. And a dumbbell, and beautifully played. Well executed that time by Torrin Gorder. Firing, and Kleiner couldn't receive that one. And it's 16-4, and these are bullets being served off the hand of Gorder, who can really, really hit the ball hard. Falcons have a lot of hard hitters. They also have a lot of height, which are a harder team to manage. That one played well by Kleiner. Kopecky up to Abrams, into the net. And a 17. Scoreboard says 4. I have 5 on my score sheet. We'll double check that. On the way. Play by Kleiner. Parkin. And free ball from Auble to Stunis. Up to Iverson, and kept alive by Bruley, and Kopecky gets a free ball. That was cat-like reflexes. Erickson tries again. It's still alive as it bounced off Kopecky straight near the neck of Parkin. Still good, though, 18-5. Firing away is Gorder, and mishit that. Knew it immediately. 18-6 our score. And they did get 18-6 on the scoreboard as well, so I guess they should come to me for all of their scoreboard-related needs. I've been tracking it pretty well to this point. Bruley to serve at 18-6, and we've got an illegal rotation on the Falcons, so that will give a point to the Pirates. 18-7 now. As Parkin is now out of the game. For Uttermark, as we mentioned. Kleiner stays in. Kopecky delivers. Stunis keeps that one alive. Lining up Bruggeman. Little tap. Whacked back over by Uttermark. Iverson up to Bruggeman. Tipped. Abrams gets a hand on it. Kopecky dumps it. And played well by Erickson. Now whacked back over. And that's a double and a pretty clear one. Gorder knows it immediately. Pirates have now scored 3 in a row. It's 18-8. Service on the way. Stunis keeps it up in the air, lining up, and what a play there by Iverson. Tracked down by Kleiner, though. Able to get a free ball from Auble. Good pursuit by the freshman in the back row. Iverson cross court. It's good, and it's 19-8. Stepping into one is Reese Bruggeman, played by Kopecky. Auble up to Abrams, sent back by Iverson. They try and dump it. Rash goes down to get it, but it'll end up being a point for the Pirates. Good power by Maddie Abrams, and as mentioned, Morgan Bowl is going to get an opportunity here. She will check in for Kleiner, and we'll head up to the front row. Which means that Addie Schiller is now the only varsity player not to get in so far for the Pirates. 19-9, Falcons score. Great serve by Auble, and it's got to be a free ball back over. Bull just whacks it back. And they're lining up. Erickson rejected, but just out of bounds by Uttermark. Good effort. Bull tried to send it down, hit it on the fingertips. Updahl will check back in. Erickson on the way. Abrams goes down to get it. Bowl keeps that one alive, but it goes to the ground, and it's 21-9. If you're approaching 8 o'clock, you're in tune to the Voice of the Valley, KROX in Crookston, Minnesota, 1260 AM, 105.7 FM. Grand Forks, East Grand Forks, 92.1 FM. Service on the way. On the run is Auble to get there, and Kopecky whacks it, and it would have gone over if it was in bounds. It was not, though. And it's 22-9. Erickson ready to serve again. Lets it go. Anderson. Oh, what a job by Auble to keep it alive. Good whack by Bowl, but played by Erickson. Up to Stunis, and it goes through the hands of Kopecky. Good work there by Morgan Bowl. Took a good whack at it. It was just better played by Maya Erickson. Falcons are on point today. Anderson receives that one. Auble up to Uttermark. And tipped is what they say. That'll be point Pirates. 23-10, and substitution as Abrams will come out for Peterson. Peterson steps into this one. That was really nice. Bruggeman, that's near the out-of-bounds line, and it's got to be a free ball. Stunis does get it over. Anderson, Auble up to Uttermark. Bullets too far. Almost tipped by Rash. But it was not, and it's set point at 24-10, and Flathammer will check back in for Gorder. Bailey Iverson will serve to try and put this one away. On the way into the net. So the Pirates will get another opportunity as Bruley will come in for Anderson, and Uttermark will come out. Parkin will check back in, and Parkin will take the serve honors. On the way, good teardrop, lunging his Stunis to keep that one alive, and a bit of a miss hit by Updahl into the net. That was all started on that serve by Parkin. 24-12. On the way to the back row, and Rash lining up. Stunis hit that one into the net. And for back-to-back sets, the Pirates have scored 3 straight points when they're at set point against them. And just waiting for the very last second to get something going. Floater by Parkin, lining up Updahl, and it's good. There's set 2. 25-13. It goes the way of the Falcons, and they're up 2-0. We will take a break, and we'll be back with set 3 coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean, Mike, or Matt a call at 281-1178 today, or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative, located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
Waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Looking for some family fun? Come to Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Sizzling hot, made-to-order pizza with all your favorite toppings. Cool off with our delicious hand-scooped ice cream. So many flavors and so much fun. And don't forget our game room, packed with excitement for kids of all ages. Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, Crookston, Minnesota. Call us or stop by today.
Welcome back here to KROX Radio Stadium. 25-11, 25-13. First two sets the way of the Falcons. Looking to put this one away in 3. Pirates looking to try to extend this to a 4th set. Falcons will serve first. Morgan Bowl will be starting for the Pirates here to get this 3rd set underway on the back row. He'll serve her way. She gets there, but it couldn't be tracked down. And it'll be a first point for the Falcons. They've scored first in all 3 sets. Got to a 5-0 start in set 1. It ended up only being up to 1-1 in set 2. That's when they started to turn on the speed. Here's another bullet. Bowl plays it, but can't keep it up. And it's 2-0. And with these low line drives, they're going to send Bowl up to the front of the net. As Erickson is pounding away. On the way, played by Kopecky up to Auble, lining up Uttermark, little tap, it's good. Good work by Jade Uttermark, and Peterson is now going to come in for Bowl. They talk more about serve receive over there and where they want her to stand. Lana Peterson will fire away. And deliver an ace. Good strike by Peterson. 2-2 here to start set 3. Peterson lets it go again. Serve receive off near the scores table, kept alive by Iverson. Studnis was still able to put a charge into it, but short hopped the back wall. She hit it so far. And the Pirates have their first lead in a set. It's 3-2. It's always the 3rd set. They start to turn up a notch as Peterson delivers a serve played by Gorder. Lining up Updahl. Dug out by Anderson, but nobody's there to run it down. 3-all. And Flathammer will now check in. Coach Soley has been clapping a lot over there on that sideline. They have looked sharp, trying to get to 7-2 on the season, and that serve hits the line. You can't play it much better than that. Off the hands of Bailey Iverson. She's got a few of those really nice serves now, but that's her first proper ace. And it's 4-3 Falcons. This serve to the back line. Kopecky's there. Auble setting up. Uttermark. Too far. (5-3) now. We're ready to go with some more Iverson serving. Here it comes. And played by Kopecky. Auble to the back line. Free ball by Ella Anderson. All the way back to an awaiting delivery on that one. Well played that time by Updahl. That was Haley Goodvangen, who I haven't mentioned to this point, getting the assist on that. Checked in for the first time today. 4 in a row by the Falcons at 6-3. Continuing to put themselves in a good position. On the way, just a tad too far by Iverson. They've had a lot of service errors. If there's something that the Falcons haven't done right, they have a lot of service errors. Parkin back in, as is Bruley for Uttermark and Anderson, respectively. Service on the way. What a serve and an ace by Parkin. Served it as soon as the whistle blew. I'm not sure if the Falcons were ready for that. Delivered a nice one. Now fires another one. Played by Goodvangen. Iverson up to Flathammer. Kopecky keeps it alive with one hand. Lining up Kopecky again, tipped at the net, and it's going to go down. Kopecky kill, 6-all. Continuing our back and forth here in set 3. It was 3-2 Pirates, 4 in a row by the Falcons, now 3 in a row Why the Pirates are tied up at 6. Parkin a beauty and still kept alive. Got to get it back over. Good Vongen hits the top of the net. Pirates back in front as they score their 4th in a row, and it's 7-6. Still a lot of smiles on the Fertile-Beltrami side. Parkin lets it go. Good Vongen receives it. Iverson backpedals. Updahl rejected. It's still alive. And another block. And it's still down. My goodness, Abby Bruley just controlled that point. That's ridiculous. Everybody laughing after that. What incredible net play as Good Vongen will come out for Rash. 8-6 Pirates. Parkin serves again. Rash is there. Didn't get all of it. Got to get it over. Bruggeman does, but Peterson has some trouble with it. It's now 8-7. My goodness, Bruley whacked those two back. They weren't deflected. They were straight down. That was great net play by Bruley. Wagner, free ball, Peterson. Up to Rash. Iverson, Updahl, too far. Point Pirates 9-7. Kleiner will now check in for Wagner, and Kleiner will get the ball. Pirates up 9-7 in set 3, trying to take this to 4. Kleiner fires away, received by Stunis. Lining up Bruggeman and gets it through the hands of Bruley that time. 3rd time's the charm to break that wall. It's 9-8 our score. And here comes Rash to fire away. Oh, great serve and an ace. 9s all around. I would not be asking to hit if I was at the blackjack table with a couple of 9s. Unless I knew there was a 3 there. On the way, played by Peterson. Auble up to Bruley and gets it to go. And Bruley has played very well in this 3rd set as Morgan Bowl will now check back in for Peterson. 10-9 Pirates. Kopecky will be the one to serve. Also back in for the Falcons is Torin Gorder as Kopecky serves it into the net. And it's 10-10. 10 apiece on the way into the net by Gorder. She's had her troubles with the serve today, and the serves just aren't working for the Falcons. They have had some trouble with that. As Parkin will come out, Uttermark is in. Lineup now with Bruley, Bowl, Kopecky, and Uttermark. Firing is Bruley. It's the top of the net. Serve receive goes over the net. Kopecky sends it back over herself, and we're not playing Pong as Bruggeman is going to kill it as a result. Back at 4th on 1 hit before 3 allowed Bruggeman to send it over as Anderson comes back in for Bruley and gets a lot of high fives. Some very solid net play. Bruley, the sophomore, started, of course, on JV as a freshman and then played a bit more varsity reps at the end of the year as Uttermark sends a free ball in 2. He can be very good in the net. Iverson rejected by Bull. It's still alive. Players fall over one another, and Morgan Bull has got a block on the varsity side and is swarmed as her face shows a just pure surprise. She can't believe she got that. And all the coaches are smiling for the Pirates as Kleiner will come out for Wagner. Big smile on the face of Morgan Bull, 12-11 Pirates. Auble rips one. And lining up Stunis, little tap. Bull keeps it alive. And Uttermark dumps it back over, but hit it on a double, and it's 12-12. We've been tied at 9, 10, 11, and 12 now. No multi-point lead since it was 8-6 Pirates. So 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, I beg your pardon. Service on the way from Erickson. Oh, man, did that not miss by much. Maybe a millimeter, but it's long. And the Pirates are up 13-12 as Bull will come out with a lot of excitement. Peterson back in, fires a serve right to Rash. Iverson And a little tap from Updahl. Obel's there for it. Anderson tracks it down. Kopecky pushes cross court, played by Updahl. Lining up, Iverson gets it to go. We're at 13s now as Britta Sorensen will make her way onto the court for the first time. Gorder will come out. Service on the way. That's a laser from Iverson. Well played by Anderson. Uttermark whacks it over. Lining up, Stunis diving as Anderson keeps it alive. Stunis plays it even though she was standing out of bounds. Up to Sorensen, sent back and down for a Pirate point. Ends up hitting the net, so no block on that as Parkin and Bruley will check back in. Parkin's getting a lot more time here today. (14-13) Pirates. Just continuing to go back and forth. Stunis trying to continue that trend. Dug out by Parkin. Obel way up. Free ball by Peterson to Rash. Iverson. Updahl got it to go. 14s now. We've been at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. We've gone alternating points for 14 consecutive points. And that serve hits the top of the net on the attempt by Stunis, and we're continuing that trend. As Kleiner will check back in. Of course, we mentioned that Western kind of theme for the Pirate student section. There are a few Falcon students here, and they are in neon. On the way from Kleiner, that would have gone out. Rash played it at the last second, up to Bruggeman, and it hits off the hand of Parkin. So a bit of a gift after the mistake by the Falcons, and we've alternated points the last now it's been 15 consecutive. And we're tied at 15 apiece. Service on the way from Rash. That's dug out by Parkin. Lining up Kopecky. Played by Stunis. No one's there. 16 in a row back and forth. And Bowl will now come in for Peterson. Service by Kopecky, played by Stunis. Bruggeman up to Erickson. It's kept alive, still trying to keep it alive, but it falls down again. My goodness, no one wants to score more than 1 point in a row. Now we're tied at 16. 17 consecutive points have been alternating back and forth. That's served by Sorensen, dug out by Parkin, and goes over the net. Here's the chance to break that streak. Erickson does so! And the Falcons are back in front. After 17 points going back and forth between the two, the Falcons have scored 2 in a row, and they're now up in set 3, 17-16. Another one from Sorensen. This one played well by Kleiner. And whacking it is Parkin, but didn't hit it very well. And it's 18-16. And now that that streak is broken, have the Falcons kind of unlocked something a little bit in their attempts to try and put it away in 3. Sorensen lets it go. Dug out by Kopecky. Obel up to Bruley. To the back line, played by Rash. Iverson. Bruggeman rejected way back to the corner, and it just goes out of bounds long off the hands of Bruley. My goodness. But now it's 4 in a row by the Falcons, and they're up 19-16. Timeout, Crookston. We'll take a 30-second break. Falcons looking to put this one away. We'll be back right after this on KROX.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota. Ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Welcome back to the Crookston High School Gymnasium. This has been a wacky third set, but the Falcons have found their groove again. They're now up 19-16, scoring the last 4 points after 17 points in a row were alternated between the two sides, which is not a very easy thing to do. Coach Morgan called their first timeout. I'm not sure if she's going to call another one. Sorensen, who just came in earlier in this third set, continues to serve, and that grazes the hand of Kleiner, trying to pull back at the last second as she heard that it was going to go long, but couldn't. Ace by Sorensen, and it's 20-16. On the way, this one Kleiner plays very well, right up to Abel, and Bull too far. 21-16. That's now 6 in a row by the Falcons. Sorensen, this one to the corner, played by Kopecky. Abel up to Bruley, who cut off Bull to hit a free ball. And now line up Bruggeman, dug out by Parkin. Kleiner runs this one down, free ball from Kopecky on the way, played by Sorensen. Iverson, Erickson, Kleiner keeps it alive with one hand, Parkin with one hand, free ball, Kleiner's gonna go out of bounds. That was great agility to keep that point alive for as long as they did. However, the Falcons are now 3 points away from taking this one in 3. As we approach 8:30 here on this Monday night. Service on the way, dug out by Parkin, goes over the net. Bruggeman tries to put it away, played by Kopecky. And free ball, Kleiner, all the way up to Sorensen. Iverson up to Bruggeman, and just missed it. Pirates get a point, 22-17. Uttermark will now come in for Parkin, and Bruley will serve. Getting almost everybody involved as Sorensen comes off to a good applause. Bruley fires a nice serve, dug out by Stunis. Lining up, and Iverson, oh, what a dig by Bruley. Bull tries to keep it alive, and again, the chair umpire just being targeted tonight. I don't know he did anything wrong. It's been hit multiple times. That one just fell a little bit short of him, but it just keep pounding away at him. Bruggeman will fire 23-17, received by Kopecky, up to Uttermark, dug out by Iverson. Up to Erickson, good. And it's now match point for the Falcons, as the Falcon fans will now stand up to my left. Looking to see this one be put away. Bruggeman to serve, Kopecky up in the air for Abel. Abel up to Uttermark, played by Rash. Gordon tries to put it away. Kleiner to Anderson, can they get it over? Yes, they can. It's played by Rash. Gorder, Iverson, it's inbounds. Bull has another block. She's got 2 tonight. Have yourself a day. (24-18) now our score. Abel will now serve. That was a beauty, and it ends up being an ace. 24-19. The Pirates have a bit of a theme for scoring a lot in a row. On the way from Abel, played by Rash. Up to Erickson, and puts it away. And that's how this one ends. In 3 sets, 25-11, 25-13, 25-19. Fertile-Beltrami gets the win over the Pirates. They improved to 7-2 on the season, and Crookston falls to 1-7. We will take a break, and we will be back with our Riverview Health post-game show. We'll take a look at some stats, the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update. We'll talk to both head coaches as well. And that will be coming up right after this final score. Crookston falls 3-0 to Fertile-Beltrami.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community of Crookston. It is our privilege to serve the Crookston community and the surrounding area by offering a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, skilled nursing care, memory care, short-term stay and rehab, and outpatient therapy, including physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We also offer many employment opportunities with great benefits, on-site daycare, and a scholarship program. Contact us today at 218-281-3424 or benedictincrookston.org.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
Softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
trap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling.
So we have a lot of sports.
and there is
orchestra,
Band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
and Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is my education destination.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
We're back here at Crookston High School in 3 sets, 25-11, 25-13, 25-19. It goes the way of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons. They improved to 7-2 on the year, while the Pirates fall to 1-7. It was a dominant first and second set performance, and then you want to talk about the definition of a back-and-forth affair between those two squads, as it ended up being 17 consecutive points that were alternated back and forth between the Falcons and the Pirates, going back and forth again from 8-8 all the way up to 16-16. Some final stats we have for you on the Pirates side. On the kills, had a time with 3 with Brenna Kopecky and Jade Uttermark. 3 aces, 1 apiece for Rylan Allbull, Leah Parkin, and Lana Peterson. Good show from them. Rylan Allbull had 9 assists as well. On the dig side, Brenna Kopecky led the way with 7. She's been very good on defense as of late. Leah Parkin had 4 to second in line. And then blocks. How about Morgan Bowl? Came in at the end of the second set, played a bit more in the third set, walked away with 2 blocks. Abby Bruley probably should have had 3 or 4 given how hard she was hitting the ball, but 3 of them got stopped, and so she was only there for 1. Well, how about Morgan Bowl? Hasn't played a lot of varsity this year, but ends up leading her team in blocks in a game against the Falcons, which is a pretty good deal. Nice show for them. So good show. Once we get the Falcon stats, we will let you know. We'll be coming up in just a minute. We're kind of tracking them down there to take a look at that. Take a look at the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update while we wait for that. Take a look at some of the other volleyball games around the area. Of course, Draft Sports Bar and Grill, the main place to go before or after the game. Takeouts and catering are also available. They have the room that's available for parties and special celebrations as well. You can contact them at 281-1183, open daily Tuesday through Sunday at 11 a.m. And, well, before we get to that, we have our first conversation of this post-game show as we welcome in the coach of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons, Coach Carrie Sley. And, Coach, how about that? Pretty dominant first 2 sets.
Yeah.
Faced a bit more of a tougher fight in the third set, but still able to walk out of here in 3. What can you say about your team's overall performance?
Yeah, I thought we did an excellent job executing the ball. Our passing was on, our setters put it up. Thought our hitters did an excellent job of putting it down, adjusting on sets and things like that. So I thought that we kind of kept Crookston out of sync or out of system. Set 3, I think we just kind of missed a few too many serves and kind of got just started mellowing out a little bit, kind of just not really coasting, but realizing that we needed to just kind of pick it up and put it away.
Yeah, the serve was kind of the only thing I saw that might have been a bit of an issue, as a lot of the Pirate points, especially in the first and third sets, came off of some service errors. But once you got serves in play and started to roll, that offense really found its rhythm. Yeah, it really did. You know, we like I said earlier, we have a lot of options. We have a lot of weapons. And, you know, those girls, they were all swinging really hard tonight. And we had a great attack from our outside and our middles and our right side. And thought our defense played really well. I thought, you know, Jordan played excellent in the back row as far as passing and things like that. So, and they just, you know, kind of really gelled together, and the good team chemistry and just overall great teamwork. Yeah, I was going to ask about players that you thought really played well in this game. Of course, Jordan was one of them. Any other ones that come to mind? Yeah, you know, I kind of have to comment on our setters that put that ball up. I mean, I thought both Tori and Bailey did a nice job of leading their hitters and putting the ball up and mixing it. I know there was a couple, you know, rotations or a couple volleys where we set our outside, we set our middle, we set our right side. And then I kind of got a comment on all of our hitters. I thought they all did a nice job swinging. Miley was really attacking hard on the right side there and mixing that up. And Tessa and Maya in the middle, they were really swinging and really putting that ball down. And our outsides, you know, Madison and Reese, they did an excellent job too. And then when Bailey got to the front row, then she became an attacker, and Tori sets her up, and it's nice to be able to have that balanced attack from all those hitters. It's great to be the fluidity as well, especially in Bailey's case, from setter to hitter, back to setter. You can kind of put her wherever you want her, and she'll play well. Yeah, I mean, actually on Saturday, we had a player that was gone and had a funeral and stuff, and so we'd had to adjust our lineup a little bit, and she played outside for us on a rotation, and she just swung away, and she's got that good aggressive swing. And you know, it's fun to see their competitive edge out there and to see that carrying up to each and every match. Well, any other overall final comments from this match? Of course, able to break through that third set where you alternated 17 consecutive points from 8-8 until 16-16. I bet you felt like someone's got to get on a run here. Yeah, you know, it was going point for point there, and we couldn't seem to really get a rally there and stuff. And you know, I thought our other two seniors, Britta Sorensen and Haley Goodvangen, did a nice job coming in. Haley was passing for us, and Britta played some right front, and seemed like when she went back to serve, after she got a few serves in a row there, then I think we just kind of you know, those girls just really put it away, and I thought she did a nice job of putting the ball in play there. Any other final comments from this match? Great teamwork and great job for the whole team all together. Well, fantastic, Coach. Very much appreciate your time. Hope to see you again soon. Great show, 7-2 on the year, and enjoy the win. Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate it immensely. And that was Coach Carrie Sley here with us on the Riverview Health post-game show. We very much appreciate her time as we take a look now at the scoreboard update. Some volleyball matches that we said we'd run through some scores for you as well. Of course, this one ended 25-11, 25-13, 25-19 here. The River Falls, they're in front of East Grand Forks 2-0, tied at 13 in set 3. And that's all on that front. What else we got here? We can tell you Warren Alvarado Oslo and Winnemac are at a set apiece. Warren Alvarado Oslo is up 15-8 in set 3 there. Battle Lake Pelican Rapids 3-0 as well. We just got the Fertile-Beltrami stats. Let's take a look at what we've got here. So on the serving side, some of the main attacks and different things like that. Leading the way in digs was Jordan Rash. He had 9. Reese Bruggeman was next on the list with 5. Total blocks, Bruggeman had 2 of those. 1 apiece from Maya Erickson and Tessa Opdahl as well. On the kill side, 9 for Maya Erickson, 8 apiece for Bailey Iverson and Tessa Opdahl, and then 6 from Reese Bruggeman. And we can see on the assist side, 14 for Bailey Iverson to lead the way, tied with Tori Gorder, actually, with 14 apiece. So good on the assist side all over the place as well. And we'll continue just right along here as we've got the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Katie Morgan, here with us. And Coach, it was a rough one, a bit allowing the first 5 points off the first set. Yeah. Kind of set the tone a little bit for how it went. Did play better as the match went on, including a very big back-to-back back-to-back, literally 17 consecutive alternating points. What did you make of your team's overall performance?
You know, I think right away I really struggled with how they were overall playing. But as we, like you said, as we went on with the match, I was overall happy with how we kept fighting and then how we did come out and play in that third set. I threw some different rotations, different subs and stuff like that at them as well in the third set, and I thought they really kind of overcame that, and you could see the kind of that fire building again, and it was really fun to then end with that back-to-back rallies.
Yeah, I wanted to mention the rotations, different things like that. Almost everybody got in this match, and of course, first one I wanted to mention, especially in that third set, the front net play, the blocks were getting down. Bruley had one. How about Morgan coming in and getting two? I've never seen someone so excited 5 seconds after a block happened because she couldn't believe it actually stayed in bounds.
Yeah, and that's kind of Morgan. If anybody knows Morgan, she is a hype girl, and then she, like you said, she didn't really know what was going on, but then afterwards it was like, super excited, and that's Morgan is she's such a great teammate in that sense. Is she's always super supportive, and she always brings all the energy. So she's just super fun. She's super fun to have on our team.
Of course, you've gotten a bit more people in the back row as well. Keaton Kleiner, Leah Parkin played pretty well today as well. Had an ace as well. And are you starting to try to be more of an experimentation period on what rotations work for potential maybe in earlier sets, perhaps?
Yeah, exactly. Like things kind of weren't jabbing for us in set 1 and 2. So it's like, all right, we have these girls that are very capable of playing and very capable and willing to go on the court. So let's see what's going to work for us tonight. Kind of throw it at the wall and see what sticks. And there was a lot of different things going on in set 3, but we really adjusted really well to it, and it really stuck. And I was just really happy with how everybody stepped up and played in that set.
Any other players that you thought really stepped up when it mattered, had some pretty good plays or anything like that deserves some recognition?
Yeah, I think, overall, all of our girls played really well towards the end of the match. But I think Abby really stepped up, and we saw a lot of touches on blocks, and a lot of times the blockers get frustrated when they get just a touch, and it's like you don't realize as a defensive player how much that helps when you're slowing down the ball, and we got a lot of touches on that. In the middle of the match, me and Molly, Coach Molly, were like, we got to work on blocking tomorrow. We already just have that in our head. So we just want to get, we're there, or we're close, but we're just not over the hump of, getting stick blocks on all of those. But yeah, I thought Abby really came out tonight, and she was very consistent. We didn't have a lot of, errors from her, and we're seeing her progress.
Definitely. Of course, a couple days now. Don't have a back-to-back.
Which would be kind of nice for us.
Yeah, I feel like that's the first week this year. Haven't had a back-to-back.
Especially with homecoming week and everything going on, it'll be nice to just have a little break.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So homecoming, of course, as you mentioned. You'll have a Thursday home match again. So a couple days from there, another homecoming week match there. You mentioned blocking. Any other key things that you really want to work on those next days of practice?
I think just being aggressive. I think, like we mentioned in the pregame, we got to get that defense down. Once we get that defense down, we can gain some more offensive plays. But, tonight, again, we started out really slow on defense. So we were waiting for other people to do it and just hesitating. We can't do that. We don't have time to do that in volleyball. So we just got to go, got to read the ball and go.
Definitely. Any other final thoughts about this match we haven't mentioned?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I'll be seeing you on Thursday. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck in these practices getting ready for Thursday.
Thank you.
And that was the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Coach Katie Morgan, here with us on the Riverview Health post-game show. We've just about covered everything. I will let you know real quick before we take off that score between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees. And it's a good show for the Twins right now, up 3-0. With a runner on third and one out in the home half of the seventh, trying to knock the Yankees down a peg a little bit. They are towards the top of the wild card race, but it'd be nice to see them fall a little bit. I'm sure everybody might agree that might be a good thing to see. Well, that should about wrap things up. We'll have the story stats, the scores, pictures, all that you can see on our website, KROXAM.com. Click on sports for that. That'll be done just a little bit later on here this evening. And we'll be having Climax Fisher volleyball against Lake Park Audubon tomorrow night. Again, another 7:15 or so start. That'll be exclusively on KROX Radio. I'll wrap things up for me. Hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your Monday. I'm Gabe Bishop signing off. We'll see you again soon.